Football Manager 2016 experiments on Football Manager Mobile, and today is our first experiment from our promo episode, and this has only been done a few hours after the first video, and I'm actually doing this live on YouTube Gaming right now. So if you are new to the channel, go and subscribe to me, and you can join me on my streams and watch the videos in advance before they're uploaded to YouTube. And today we're doing a very special experiment, and we're going to be doing an experiment which I haven't seen anyone do before. Maybe because I'm completely blind, maybe because I'm a bit stupid, but today we're just gonna put my name. We might as well just put our name because it doesn't matter. So there we go. Bang. We're going to be unemployed for a specific reason, because it'll save me time and I won't have to mess about being a manager of a club. But today's first experiment is Cristiano Ronaldo in the Vanarama League South. Now, as you're going to see here in a second, once we've sorted it out, I've got silver coaching badges, etc, etc. We're going to go and have a quick look at the Vanarama League South, and we're going to pick a team. We're going to pick a team that Ronaldo's going to play for. And basically, the idea of this experiment is to see whether Ronaldo would be successful in the lowest division of the English football on the game, and where would Ronaldo go if he does play successful. You know, where would he move on from his specific club that he's playing at. So this is Ronaldo. We all know who he is, Cristiano Ronaldo. If you've never watched football before, one of the world's greatest players. As you can see, his record is just stunning. 423 games, 312 goals. Absolutely stunning record for any player in world football. Now, before we start this experiment, I'm going to give you the warning. This is completely unedited footage. It is all coming from the live stream. All the live streams that I do, apart from maybe ones that, I don't know, maybe, you know, ones that I don't feel like should be uploaded, will all be uploaded onto YouTube. So this is completely unedited, so it could be a long video depending on how long it takes. And we're going to do an analysis of Ronaldo's kind of career at his brand new club every single month, so we're not just sat there looking at basically a screen of crap. Well, not a screen of crap, but we're not just going to be sat there looking at me simming forward. So we're going to go to the Vanarama League South. As you can see there, we've got the likes of Basingstoke, Bath City, Wealdstone, Oxford City, Whitehawk, and I'm actually going to put him with Eastbourne Borough. Now, the only reason why I've done this is because there's another career mode that I've done separately, where I've given every conference team, well, Vanarama team, £500 million, and Eastbourne Borough's the team which has gone the furthest. So I'm going to see what Ronaldo would do to them. So now he's joined his brand new club. He's joined Eastbourne Borough. He now plays in the Vanarama League South. Still has that same value of 64 million. And let's have a look at Eastbourne Borough's kind of friendlies. There we go. So they have two friendlies against Darlington and Marine, and that is their season. They do have a lot of games to play, of course. They don't have any cup matches. They can solely focus on the league. Now we're going to move forward a month, and we're effectively going to find out what happens to Ronaldo. Does Ronaldo's goal scoring record go down? Does his value go down? Does he actually score more goals? Is he the top scorer in the league? Maybe what will happen in the future? Does he leave the club? Does he move on to a top club in world football? Nobody knows. And that's basically what we're going to be finding out today, a part of the experiment. And hopefully we get to see, you know, small little advancements to Eastbourne Borough itself. Does that club start to become popular? Maybe will that that club start to get money? Maybe when they do sell Ronaldo, what will that money do to the club? Will it help them out significantly, or will they just keep it in the bank and wait for when they maybe move up the further leagues, start to buy players then? That is what we're looking for today. So we are going to go 1 month forward. We're nearly at the 11th of July, and we're going to have a look at Ronaldo's first month at his brand new club. So we're going to just do one season today, because obviously it means we're going to have to do roughly about 7 or 8 analyses, if that is even a word. Probably just better to say 7 or 8 analysis that we have to do. So we're going to go with our first analysis, and he's had his first month at the club, he's played his friendlies, and he's had his first couple of games. So let's have a look at how Ronaldo has done in his first month at Eastbourne Borough in the Vanarama South. So as we can see, there's a few different things there with Switzerland getting Jimmy Floyd Hasselbeck, but we're not here to talk about them. We're here to talk about the man, the myth, the legend, Cristiano Ronaldo. And as you can see, his value has dropped dramatically. It's gone from being about 64 million down to not even being around 37 mil. He's gone from being in the top 5 most expensive players to now being nowhere near the top 5, and it isn't even on the top 3 pages so far. So his value has dropped down dramatically. So we're going to search Ronaldo up now, and we're going to have a look at how he's done so far for Eastbourne Borough. He's still at the club. His value is now 16.25 million. He's still on that £275,000 wage. His caps there seem to have gone up. He's now got 50 goals for Portugal, 275 grand. He's friends with Pepe, and he's happy to stay at the club, which is good. So his record this season, he's only played 1 game and has only scored 1 goal. That might be down to them only playing 1 game themselves. Let's have a look. I actually do need to click on the club itself. Bit of a stupid thing on my end there. So they have started to bring a few players in. Eastbourne Borough themselves, they brought an extra 4 players in on top of the undisclosed fee for Ronaldo, and so far they have played 3 games, but they've only been friendlies, and one of them being in the league. They got a 1-0 win against Wealdstone, which Ronaldo scored the goal in that game, but they did get a 2-0 win against Marine in a friendly and a 3-1 loss against Darlington. So I don't know whether or not Ronaldo scored in those games, but so far it's a fairly decent start for him. I would have to say so myself. I'd say 1 goal in 1 game, good start for Ronaldo, and maybe in the next month we start to see him get a few goals. Let's just have a quick look at the games they've got coming up from now to September. So all in all, they have got roughly 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. They've got about 6 games in the next month. So we should start to see now how Ronaldo progresses at Eastbourne Borough and basically at his brand new club. Does he want to move on maybe early on in the season? Does he want to move on to a bigger club because of how he's been doing? Are bigger clubs going to look at him and think we will take him on? Or are clubs going to look at him and not take him on because of the £275,000 wage that he has per week? Now, a little bit later on into the career mode, around the middle of January, I will adjust Ronaldo's wage budget from being 275 grand to roughly being about maybe 10 or 15 grand. Now, the reason why I'm going to do that is to see if any clubs maybe start moving for him because of his wage budget being, decreased down dramatically, because a lot of clubs won't be able to afford that 275 grand wage that is already on. So if we deduct 260 grand off of it, I'm pretty sure there'll be quite a lot of clubs out there which will be happy to pay the money that he costs and happy to pay him the wages just so he can play in the top divisions. So it'd be quite interesting to see if any maybe lower table clubs in the Premier League go for him, maybe the likes of the Norwiches, the Newcastles, maybe those types of clubs going for him, or will the big clubs like Barcelona and Real Madrid come back in for him and maybe try and re-sign him into their clubs, and maybe he might, as I said, he might go back to Real Madrid. Who knows? So we're now in September. Just adjust my chair here. Bit of an uncomfortable position to be sat in. And as you can see, let's go through these kind of things here, see if there's any rumours or anything. York. So no manager's been sacked for them, which is nice to see. And we're going to go and have a look at Ronaldo himself. Bang. So Ronaldo's value once again has decreased down from 16.25 mil down to 4.3 mil. This, as I said, once again, is purely down to the fact that he is in the lower division, and because he's in the lower division, the value decreases. If he was to go back to Real Madrid, he'd be worth more. And he scored another 5 goals for Portugal, which makes me believe that he's had a fairly good start at Eastbourne Borough. He's happy to stay at the club again. Good. And let's have a look. So he's played 4 games and has got 5 goals for the club. Fairly good start, an average rating of a 9. He's also got 1 assist. And so far, so good for Ronaldo. He's had a few more caps, as I said, and he's also got 5 goals more than he had last month. So he is starting to bang in quite a few goals for Portugal as well. Let's have a look at how Eastbourne are doing. He is playing... He's not on the bench right now, which is a bit weird, but it's fine. He obviously scored the most goals, and they didn't sign any more players, but But in the league, so far, they have been beaten a few times. So we start with the 8th of August, where they did get that 1-0 win against Wealdstone last time. They then lost 3-1 to Sutton United, and then smashed Margate 5-3. I'm guessing Ronaldo might have scored 1 or 2 in that game. They then beat Western 1-0, and they've recently gone on a 2-game loss streak against Hemel Hempstead and Haven and Waterlooville. So maybe we might start to see the club maybe try and pick up their form again, or we might start to see them actually struggle. In the league, they're 9th. They have a goal difference of -2, which is pretty shocking, to be fair, for a team in 9th. But it's the start of the season. 3 wins, no draws, 3 getting my words messed up here. Let me start again. Let me try and talk slow. 3 wins, no draws, 3 losses. It's a mediocre record. Nothing special. Not, I would say, title-worthy, status. Or status. I'm flipping English. Status. I wouldn't say it's that, but I definitely say that they probably have had a hard run of games. I didn't actually see where the other 2 teams they've played recently were in the league, but they might start to pick up goals now. Obviously, the more goals Ronaldo gets, the more clubs will get interested in him, maybe start scouting him. The more clubs will have a look at him and then think maybe we should go for this guy. And basically, the more interest will become of him. And who knows, he might actually leave the club early. Obviously, on Football Manager, you're able to sign players even before the window's open, and they'll just join your club when the window does open in January. But who knows? We'll have a look in a second, in October, and we'll find out how Ronaldo's doing at Eastbourne Borough, because so far, 4 games and 5 goals and 1 assist isn't a bad record, but he could do better for a player of his quality. So we'll find out in a minute how he's done in September, which is 11 days away. We're going to go and sim forward every single month and see what Ronaldo's doing for his club. And what we should do as well is we'll actually have a quick look and see how it's affected Real Madrid, because Ronaldo, of course, is a massive, massive player for Real Madrid. So we'll see, has it affected them in any way? Have they dropped down the league? Have they maybe started to not get as many goals as they used to? We'll have a look at them as well in a second. But we're now at the 11th of October. No jobs again are available, so they must be in a fine position. And let's go and have a look at Ronaldo now. So Ronaldo has, of course, once again, his value's dropped. He's played 1 more game for Portugal, didn't score, however, but his value's now £775,000, which makes him affordable even to the likes of some championship clubs out there. Now, what I'm going to do is I'm actually going to drop his wages now and save me time. I'm going to drop it down to £10,000. It looks like he's also injured right now. Let's have a look here. Is he injured? Did it say there? Morale, superb. I don't know if he's injured or not. Doesn't look like it. Interested clubs? No interested clubs. No clauses. He hasn't actually got a big club release clause, so he can go anywhere. And so far, Ronaldo has got 8 games, 8 goals and 1 assist. So he's got pretty much a goal every game. He's got a nice record so far. He's got 1 in the cup. He's played 3 games for Portugal and scored 2 and assisted 1. And in the league, he scored 7 goals in 7 games and got 1 assist and got 2 player of the matches. So he's doing pretty good right now, if I say so myself. Eastbourne in the league are now in a fairly comfortable position, I'm going to guess. Actually, they're not in a comfortable position. With the way their season's gone so far, they've been on very, very mixed form and likely to be in the bottom half of the league. They've gone on a 3-game no-win streak. They did get a 2-2 draw against Gosport. However, they lost 2-1 to Fylde in the FA Cup. And Dartford, they also lost 2-1 in the Vanarama League. They did get a 2-1 win against Oxford since that 2-0 loss against Hemel and Waterlooville. But overall, very, very mixed form. Probably down maybe in 14th or a position like that. They're actually in 11th right now, and the record is 4 wins, 1 draw, 4 losses. So, very, very mixed form. Better than what, as you can see, their Western's on. Western's not won a single game this season and only got 3 points from 3 draws. But they seem to be struggling. Ronaldo's not helped them out massively, to be fair. He scored a few goals, but doesn't seem to be helping them out in the league department. Let's have a look at Real Madrid very, very quickly. Let's see what's happened here. Bale is at right mid. They've actually now gone and re-signed Higuain back from Napoli for £37 million. So it shows how important Ronaldo was. They've actually gone out and bought a new striker. And Benzema looks like he's moved on, actually. Oh no, Benzema's still here. Benzema's still at the club. But Higuain, they've re-signed Higuain, and he's not had a bad start so far. 8 games, 7 goals. But as I said, it just proves how important Ronaldo really was to the club. Let's have a look where they are in the league. That's the important part. Obviously, Ronaldo left. They also signed Matip for 21 million. Quite an expensive signing there. But in the league, so far, so good. They're unbeaten altogether this season. Not lost a single game. Champions League, they're doing pretty good. And in the league, they are top right now. Only just though, Valencia are catching up with them. And same with Atletico Madrid. And Barcelona have still got 2 games in hand, so they're not struggling. But overall, it just doesn't look like it's affected them whatsoever. The fact that they've gone out and signed Higuain has probably helped them out massively with the goals department. So far, they're not really missing out on the fact that Ronaldo's not there at the club. But Eastbourne Borough, on the other hand, are struggling even with Ronaldo in their team. So maybe when we get to December, we might start to see Eastbourne Borough pick up some results. Now, I said that when we looked at the last month, and they still weren't picking up wins. So maybe now they turn it around, because it is going to get a little bit of pressure on the manager of Eastbourne Borough, and he might even get the sack if they continue with the poor form that they've been on. Because in my eyes, Ronaldo should be getting more goals than he does games, and should be helping out Eastbourne Borough dramatically. Obviously, they're going to need better defenders than that, but you'd expect Ronaldo to be doing a better job, in my eyes. I'd be expecting Ronaldo to be doing a better job. I mean, his record so far is not bad. He's on par with goals as he is on games, so it's good in that department, but Eastbourne Borough, he's not helping them whatsoever. Maybe with another club he might have helped them out, but with Eastbourne Borough, as I said, it's not affected their form in any way, or really their position. So we're now going to go to November and have a look at his month. And as you can see here, the job is not available. Maybe the manager's been sacked and a new manager's come in, or maybe he still is manager somehow. Let's have a look. Southend, Cheltenham. The manager's not been sacked, which, as I said, could mean he's starting to pick up a run of form. I'm now linked with the job of QPR, but I'm not interested. And Ronaldo's value, I believe, dropped again, has it? I don't know. He hasn't played any games for Portugal, which might mean that he's been kicked out of the squad. Oh no, he's not. He's still there. Just might not be first team. Where's the next game? Let's have a look. It's not till the 18th of November, so another week. But Ronaldo, let's go and have a look at him. So, right, there we go. We're now starting to see the Ronaldo that I was predicting. 15 goals in 12 games. We're now starting to see the form that we'd like to see with Ronaldo. International-wise, same record, not played any Cups games, but in the league, 14 goals in 11 games. Probably likely to be the top scorer. And let's have a look at the actual team itself. Let's see how they're doing. He's actually got 5 Player of the Match awards already this season, which is unreal. And in the league, they are starting to pick up a little bit. I'd say over this month, they've definitely done a lot better. They got a 2-2 draw against Gosport and a 4-1 win against St Albans. They then lost 2-1 to Ebbsfleet, but have got 3-0 win against Hazen. Is it Yedding? Yeah, Hazen Yedding, and a 2-1 win against Concord. So they've started to pick up a few points here and there, which is fairly good. Probably moved them up to in the top 10 now. They are indeed. They're now 8th in the league. And this league is extremely open. Jesus Christ, how open is this league right now? Wow. Okay. So they are actually still in contention for the title. 26 points. Dartford are on. Basingstoke are on 26. Eastbourne are only on 22, and they have a game in hand. So they could actually move from there potentially up to 4th place, which is awesome for the club, if I say so myself. So maybe Ronaldo started to kick in and start to get a bit of form. Is he linked with any other clubs? Let's have a look. No clubs are interested in him, even though his wage value has dropped down from 275 grand, but we might start to see it. Clubs get interested when we get to around January time. But for now, he's still going to be an Eastbourne player by January because no club seem to have moved with any interest in him. So we're going to move forward now into December. This is, as I said, this is going to be the make or break season for Ronaldo. If he wants to move on and move clubs, this is going to have to be the season where he starts to show clubs what he could do for them. With the record that he's got now, it should start to get scouts coming into the league, having a look at Ronaldo, assessing him, and we should start to see some interest from clubs. I'd be interested to see where he goes. As I said, teams like Newcastle probably highly likely to go for him because he's cheap, and with a record that, you know, so far looks pretty promising. Even though he's getting old, I would say there's still a massive chance that he could do quite a good job in the Premier League. Or basically any league right now. If he can do it for Real Madrid, then I'm pretty sure he could go out there and do it for Newcastle week in, week out in the Premier League. Hey-ho. So we're nearly there. Nearly at the 11th of December. And the experiment, if you're watching live right now and you've joined on YouTube Gaming, thank you very much. If you are new, please subscribe. But if you're watching live on YouTube Gaming, the experiment is we put Ronaldo at a Vanarama League South club, and we've decided to see what would happen to the club and what would happen to Ronaldo when he plays at the club. And there's a lot of clubs here which have sacked their managers. West Ham have sacked the manager, Malaga have, Nottingham Forest have, Millwall have, Hamburg have, Derby have. Derby's actually sacked their manager in real life as well, Paul Clement. Even though they're 5th in the league, I don't understand why they've done that. Same with Rotherham, they've sacked their manager. I don't understand why they've done that as well. It seems to be a very, very weird day in the Championship for managers being sacked. A lot of news here to go through. And there we go. We can see a piece of news there. Rumours have surfaced that Eastbourne Borough attacking midfielder Ronaldo is open to the idea of moving to a bigger club. Apparently, the clubs deny the reports, and Ronaldo will remain at the club. So Ronaldo is insisting on moving to a bigger club and showing what he can do in the top divisions. Will they let him go in January? That's the question. But Ronaldo, value has dropped again, £100,000 this time, and he hasn't scored any more goals for Portugal, even though he has actually played an extra game, I believe. Don't get it wrong there. But he wants to move to a bigger club. What about interested clubs? There are no clubs interested in him right now. His bonuses are massive to the club, which could affect Eastbourne Borough's wages. But in 17 games, 19 goals, 2 assists. You can't complain. It's a good record. More goals than games, you know, is perfect. And in the league themselves, they haven't had a good month, to be fair. They had a good start. They had a 3-game win streak. But since then, they were on a 3-game no-win streak. Got a win in the FA Trophy, but then lost again in the Vanarama League South. They haven't actually won a game in the Vanarama South for about 2 weeks now, which is pretty bad. And they've lost by, that's 3, 5, that's 8. That by 10 goals in 4 games, which is not too good for the club itself. But let's actually have a quick look at the position in the league, because that's going to have been affected quite massively by their poor run of form. And as you can see here, in the league, they are in 8th. So they're actually still in the same position, and the league now isn't as open as it was last month. Basingstoke now starting to run away with it with 39 points, but they are only 13 points away from the top spot. So they still could go for it, they could still have a crack, but it's looking like their chances of getting in the top 5 are starting to slowly slip away with their poor form. So let's go forward a month, and then we will go through the entire January and just see if Ronaldo does move away from Eastbourne, because I would say it's highly likely that he does, and then it makes this actual challenge more interesting, because then we're going to see what would Ronaldo do at a different club. So we're going to get to January, and that's where it should all start kicking off for Ronaldo. Will he move to a Championship club because of his low his low wage budget and his low transfer value, will he move to the Premier League? Maybe go to a lower end club, someone like Aston Villa maybe? Will he help them out? Or will he move back to a team like Real Madrid because he's cheap and his record's been stunning and it might interest some of those clubs? Who knows? We'll find that out literally in a few more seconds as we get on. So I would say so far in this challenge we're pretty much halfway through. It's been getting better and better for Ronaldo, but it seems to be very, very mixed for the actual club itself. Ronaldo's shining, Ronaldo's doing fantastic, but for the actual club it's not helped them out whatsoever really. The goals have helped them out to at least not be goalless in a match, but hasn't helped them out in the results section, which is the most important part. If they're wanting to go at the leagues, they're going to have to get good results. Ronaldo hasn't helped them in that situation. Maybe with goals he has, of course, probably one of the top scorers in the league, like top scoring clubs, but definitely not right now in the department of going up the leagues. So let's have a look here. We've gone 12 days. 12 days have effectively passed in the transfer window. Ronaldo now is not one of the World Player of the Years, which means the Lewandowski goes there. Forgot his name there for a second. So 12 days in. Let's have a look. Has he moved within these past few days? Has he left? Roma have sacked their manager. Swansea might sack their manager. Fulham aren't doing too bad. Oscar's signed for clubs. Real Madrid have signed Hulk. Roma have now got a new manager as well. And let's have a look at where Ronaldo is. As you can see here, bang. Ronaldo is at Eastbourne Borough still. His value's dropped again. Not played any games for Portugal. The value's dropped. He wants to move to a bigger club. Any clubs interested in him? No clubs are interested. I'm going to drop his wages more. I'm going to drop it down to like 500 quid. But now he's gone back to having less goals than games. 23 games, 21 goals. In the league, 20 games, 19 goals, 4 assists. It's still a nice record. An average rating of an 8. But for Eastbourne Borough, let's have a look. Have they done this month? Bang. They went on a massive, massive streak of draws. They went on an actual 5-game draw streak. And they haven't actually won a game in 2, 4, 6, 8. They've not won one game in 8 matches, which is pretty poor. But they have got 6 points. They are now not even in the top 12 clubs. They're now 14th in the league, and pretty much their chances of getting in that top 5 have gone. They've got to get 6 points, and with the way the form's been going right now, they're not going to get 6 points in the league. 8 games, 8 wins, 7 draws and 9 losses. They've now got more losses than wins. Pretty poor month for the manager, and I'd say he's probably been sacked and they've got a brand new manager in. I don't know if I'm going to be honest. Yeah, it looks like they've actually got a new manager in as well. So maybe we could actually see Eastbourne Borough even potentially be down in that bottom half. I mean, 27 points for Go Sport. They're not far behind being near the relegation zone. But for Ronaldo himself, nobody seems to come in for him. So I'm going to drop his wages down and see what happens here when we drop it down to 500 quid a week. What would happen? We're going to heal him. We're going to boost his morale. We're actually going to lower it. Keep it low. So then he wants to leave the club. He wants to move to a big club. And let's get through the rest of January. Let's just see if Ronaldo does move anywhere. I am quite interested to see if any smaller clubs come in for him. We'll get to around the 20th of January. I'll have a quick check of any interested clubs. And maybe Ronaldo... I'm hoping Ronaldo moves on. Just so we could see him maybe in a better league. See how he'd do. But right now, he seems to be staying at Eastbourne Borough. I'm not interested in taking Bristol City. I'm not interested in taking any club. What I am interested in, as I said, is Ronaldo. And did you just see that there? Did that actually just say QPR in the relegation zone? Oh wow, they're pretty much near the relegation zone. QPR have not had a good season. Wow, 18th in the league on there. Fulham are actually top. Charlton are second in the league. Something which wouldn't be happening in real life. But anyway, come on. Maybe QPR. Why don't QPR go and sign Ronaldo? He's open for a move. You know, he's there. Let's have a look. Bang, he's still at the club. 300 grand. 24 games, 24 goals. He's now got his record sorted out a little bit here. Can we drop his value? If I can drop his value, I'll make his value drop as well. I can't drop his value. Let's drop his contract a little bit more. Heal him as well. We'll not clear his unhappiness. We'll want to lower his morale so that he wants to move on. And basically, I just want to see him move on to a different club. But at this rate, it doesn't look like he's going to be going anywhere. Let's go forward a little bit more. Just see what happens here. 23rd of January. We're getting, further on into this window and still no clubs seem to be remotely interested in signing him. A little bit disappointing. Someone like maybe Crystal Palace could use him right now. 12th in the league. Sunderland, 18th in the league. Ronaldo's a massive player. We've all seen what he can do. So why don't you take him and give him a chance, give him a shot. But nobody's going for him. Let's have a look again just in case he has gone. Player search. Still at the club. 200 quid wages now he's on. And still no clubs are remotely interested in him. Can I put him up for transfer? Am I? Am I able to do that? No. Not able to do that. That's a bit disappointing. Well, what if I up his stats a little bit? Maybe that will start to make clubs interested. Let's do it a little bit. I know this is basically breaking the rules right now. We are literally breaking the rules. But I just want to see that if we were to up his stats, would it make teams become interested in him? Would it make teams want to purchase him just because he looks like one of the best players in the game? Even though he is one of the best players in the game, would that start to get clubs interested in him? I mean, we've gone forward a few days, and it looks like no clubs seem to be interested in him. No clubs. Even when you change his stats, Ronaldo, still no clubs want him. Disappointing. Very disappointing. I was expecting him to move in this window, not even put a transfer request in, which is a bit disappointing. He said he wanted to move on to a new club. Nobody's gone in for him. Everybody's rejected the chance. And he looks like he's going to become, still be an Eastbourne Borough player. Still got a few hours of the window, I would say. And bang, the window's shut. I mean, Burnley have come in for us. Not interested in Burnley. But Ronaldo is still an Eastbourne Borough player. Wow. Okay. Did not move whatsoever. And we're now going to move forward once again another month and see what happens. But Ronaldo stays an Eastbourne Borough player. Really wasn't expecting that, to be honest. Really wasn't expecting it. I thought they'd have let him go. I thought maybe they'd have had a big offer, a few £1 million, and they would have been interested in taking that money, and they've obviously just ignored him, basically, and said, no, you're not leaving the club. So maybe we might start to see Ronaldo be a lot more disappointed at the club, or if he starts picking up goals, we might see his happiness go back up. But right now, I'd say his happiness is pretty low. Not the lowest it can be, but not exceptional low, but low enough for him to want to leave the club. So, we're now 1 month forward. It's the 19th of February. Is there any news about Ronaldo putting any transfer requests in? No, there's not. But let's have a look at him. Here we are. Player search. Ronaldo. Ronaldo's value's not gone down. He's played another game for Portugal. Still wants to move on to another club. Still no clubs are even remotely interested in him. And in the league, 28 games, 28 goals, and 5 assists. He's done cracking this season for the club. He's played really, really well for them. And they've started to get a few wins here and there, but still not looking promising. They're now in the league 11th, so they have 12th, sorry, so they have moved up. And they now actually, they're now out of contention, really, for being in that bottom half. So they have changed their form a little bit here. Now got the same amount of wins as they've got losses. But their form's changed a little bit. It seems to be really topsy-turvy with this club. 1 minute they seem to play fantastic. The next minute they seem to play absolute crap. How are Real Madrid doing? How's Higuain doing at the club? 29 games, 18 goals. It's not too bad for them. What about the record? Are they still unbeaten in the league? That'd be quite interesting if they would be. No, they didn't. No, they're not. They lost 2-0 to Malaga. They lost 4-0 to Atletico. 4-0 to Atletico. 4-1 to to Atletico twice even. Jesus Christ, that run of games, they didn't actually lose the game at all until the middle of November. Wow, and they're top of the league. Barcelona struggling in 5th, but Ronaldo in February is doing good, and wow, okay. The Eastbourne Borough managers actually left the club and moved on to a team called Hednesford in the same league, I believe. I don't know, where are they? They're actually a league upwards, but the managers actually left, which now means Eastbourne Borough don't have a manager. I think it'd be quite good if I went for the job, to be fair. And then we could look at Ronaldo game by game. Well, I'll go for the job, and then what I'll do is I'll just see what happens with Ronaldo. If we could take the job, we could probably look at every single game he plays and just see what he does for the club. Well, Peterborough's offered me it, but I'm not interested. I want to take the Eastbourne Borough job just so we could have a look at Ronaldo. I mean, we could then actually transfer list Ronaldo as well, but it doesn't look like we're going to get the job. Jobs, Eastbourne Borough, it doesn't look like they want to take us. Alrighty then, I mean, with the stats I've got for a manager, you might as well take me. I have a silver coaching badge, mate. If Burnley and QPR and that want to go in for me, then I'm pretty sure you might as well take me on. Come on, mate. I've been looking at Ronaldo all this time. Preston North End have got rid of their manager. No, it really doesn't look like they're going to take me on as the manager. I'm going to send another one, even though they're already telling me to stop sending them ones. I'm going to constantly keep sending my CV off and say, look, mate, this is me. Take me on. But right now, they're literally not taking me as manager. Boo. Rubbish. Come on. Let me at least look at Ronaldo in his last month or two. And be the manager of the club. Bang. No? Okay. I'm pretty sure they're going to get a manager in a second, if I'm going to be honest. I feel like they're going to get a manager and ignore me. I mean, for God's sake, if Fulham come in for me, remember that Fulham's top of the league, right? I'm going to apply for Fulham. If Fulham say you can have the job, then I'm pretty sure Eastbourne. Finally, Jesus Christ, there we go. So we can accept the offer. We're now Eastbourne Borough manager. Happy days, woohoo. There we go. Strongest midfielder is apparently Ronaldo. I am pretty sure he's not. So here we go. March. Let's do this. I'm going to stick with the team. We're going to have a look at 1 or 2 games with Ronaldo playing on the pitch. 7.93 rating he has for the club. This is going to be interesting. Now I'm the manager. I'm only going to stay manager for maybe 3 or 4 games and then leave. I just want to see how Ronaldo plays. So we're going to go and put it on fast. Yeah, it's fine. It's got the key ones. So we're going to have a look at this game. Ronaldo is the player of the moment. He is the top scorer in the league. He cannot be stopped. Will he be stopped in this game, however? Because it interests me to just see how the club plays in a match than actually just seeing what Ronaldo does. So this now enables us to be able to look at Ronaldo more in detail. I'm only going to do 1 or 2 games just so we can get an overall view over him. But bang, we've scored. It's 1-0, but it's not Ronaldo. It's a guy called Darren Lock. Not interested. You're not Ronaldo. You never will be Ronaldo. Come on. But it's 1-0 either way. I've got 3 points. Ronaldo's got the ball. He's missed quite a valuable chance there to make it 2-0, but he's missed it altogether. Here's Lock again. Lock's through. Ronaldo's missed another chance on getting through on goal. Heyman, Stone. Lock seems to be more... Lock scored again. Wow. Lock seems to be doing better than Ronaldo is right now. Seems to be struggling this game. I mean, Lock's made it 2-0. Ronaldo seems to be not doing anything. And now, there we go. Ronaldo scored. 25 yards out. Goalkeeper comes rushing out. It's now 3-0. And it now looks like Albans are going to get an absolute thrash in here. Lock for a hat-trick. He's 4-0. Bang. Lock scored again. And he's been an absolute knobhead and called it off. Where are they in the league? Albans. Probably in the relegation zone. Yep. Second to bottom. But I don't care. Ronaldo scored. That's what's important. Ronaldo scored, and he scored when the goalkeeper was coming out. So it's not bad. It's not bad. Half time, it's 3-0. We are playing a team pretty much at the bottom, so this isn't a true judgment of Ronaldo. We need to get him in a game where he's playing a club in the top 5 to be able to actually see the true Ronaldo. But in a game like this, it's getting him more goals, so he won't complain. His stats are going up. As long as he's getting a goal a game, it's fine, and it makes his record look really nice. And for the first game for me, as manager, it's good. It's all fine. It's all fine and dandy. 60 minutes in, we are 3-0 up against St Albans. Ronaldo's got himself a goal. Locke's got himself 2 goals. To be fair, Locke has looked like the better striker over Ronaldo. Let's have a look at his shooting. He's actually only got 14 shooting and worth £2,000 compared to Ronaldo's 20 shooting that he has and worth about 300 grand. But still, plenty of time in this game. 20 minutes left. Can Ronaldo maybe get one more goal? Bang, 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 bang. 50 minutes left. I think it's going to end 3-0. Ronaldo might surprise us and come up with a hat-trick in 2 seconds. Kappa, I'm joking. No. 10 minutes left. 3-0 up. Comfortable game. Here comes St Albans on the attack, and it's 3-1. We don't keep a clean sheet. They've scored, and they've now still got time to get back into this game. Here's a chance to make it 3-2. Bang. Cleared it. Oh, they've got another corner. They could make it 3-2. They could do a Liverpool here. Make the comeback of dreams. No, they're not. They had a goal. Well, we had a goal kick, but oh well. So we get a 3-1 win. Ronaldo scores. Fairly positive. You know, he's not bad in that department there. As I keep saying, in that department, it's not bad. I mean, in every department, I've said it's not bad today. Crystal Palace manager's been sacked. Would have probably been linked to that job. But we're now playing Basingstoke. Where are Basingstoke in the league? Because if they're up at the top, it gives us a good judgment. But I think it said there that we'd get a clear victory. Another 7th, okay. It might help us out here. So this team is in the middle of the league. They're at the top end. They're looking for a place in the top 5 so they can go into the playoffs. So this is going to give us the true judgment. Is Ronaldo a clinical striker for Eastbourne Borough? Can he score in 2 consecutive games? Here we go. So let's have a look at Basingstoke's record this season while this game goes on in the background. Basingstoke have got 16 wins, 6 draws and 2 losses, I think it said there. And we are 1-0 down, unfortunately. Yep, they are now 4th. They've got 17... If it stays like this, it's 17 wins, 5 draws and 12 losses, I think it said there. We've got a free kick. Can Ronaldo go for it? Can Ronaldo do it? Ronaldo's not even on it. And, wow. I would have expected Ronaldo to be on that there, to be fair. I mean, Dartford are one of the only teams in the league which have got less than 10 losses. Here comes Ronaldo. Bang. Good chance for him to maybe get a goal. Nope. He's missed the opportunity to. I think this could be an absolute smashing by Basingstoke. They've made it 2-0. Oh dear. This could be a smashing on our end this time. Not on the opponent's end. Oh dear. I mean, in the league, we're not even in the top 10 right now. Oh dear. Could be down in the bottom half now. 39 minutes in, they're 2-0 up, and we are struggling. Ronaldo has been non-existent in the first 40 minutes of the game. Slightly worrying. I mean, the record shows that he's done good, but it's slightly worrying in the fact that he's kind of pretty much been non-existent in 2 games. Might be because I'm the manager. Might be because I'm the manager of the club, I don't know. The half-time, it's going to end 2-0, it looks like. I don't know how long of extra time... How much of extra time's been given, but it looks like it's going to end 2-0 at half-time. And it does. So we're now going to go into the second half and look at what Ronaldo does in his next 45 minutes of the game. Will he make a comeback? Will he do a brilliant comeback and make it from 2-0 down to 2-2. Or even to 3-2, who knows. Fingers crossed. Now's the chance for Ronaldo. And Ronaldo doesn't score, but Locke scores again. Locke seems to have done pretty well in his starts that he's had for me. 2 games, 3 goals. Doing better than Ronaldo. Here comes Hazeman, Beale, I think it's there. Ronaldo misses it. Pretty poor from him. Howe's kicked it. Ronaldo's through. Oh, Ronaldo's missed a vital opportunity one-on-one to put us back in this game. Wow. I mean, this comeback looks to be on here. Ronaldo's got it. Ronaldo's done it. The comeback has been brought on here by Ronaldo. He scored again. And this chair is squeaky as hell. And Ronaldo's done it. He's now 2-2 in this game. He's brought it back. Unreal. He's actually brought it back for the club. That is awesome. Ronaldo's through again. And he's done it. He's actually put us up in the lead. We've gone from being 2-0 down to 3-2 up. And Ronaldo's scored 2. And he's done a Liverpool. He's done what they did in Milan on that night. They've made the comeback. And it's now 3-2. Wow. That is unreal. From 2-0 down to 3-2 up, we're now in position to get those 3 points. Still not in the top 10, however, which is a bit disappointing. Not even in 11th. That's Wealdstone in 11th. Maybe Ronaldo could get himself a hat-trick in this game. Could he do it? Come on with the match ball. Who knows? Did I actually say that night in Milan? It was in fucking Istanbul. Jesus Christ. Wow. I only just realised there when it kind of went silent there. I kind of had to think to myself, did I really just say that night in Milan? God's sake, wow. Yeah, it was in Istanbul, Josh. Might be because it's getting late at night. This is when I'm live streaming. It's getting a little bit late at night. You can let me off in that department. I need to stop saying in that department. I don't know how many times I've actually said that. But I will try and make these live streams shorter. I'll do them in parts. I don't want to really make this too... Well, this is quite long if I'm going to say so myself. This could be like an hour long. I don't want to make it that long, if I'm going to be honest. So I'm going to have to do it a lot shorter, like 15 minutes. So I'm going to have to do it like every 2 months or something like that. Yeah, I'm going to have to make these shorter. I don't want you guys to get bored. I mean, you might be bored right now watching it. But this game has gone from being 2-0 down to 3-2 up. And I think I will quit as manager once this game is done, just so we can get through this... Well, actually, no, we'll not quit as manager. We'll just simulate through it. We might as well. So, the game is nearly over. Maybe Ronaldo's got one more chance to smash in a goal, maybe. Has he? One more goal. Here we go. Chances on here for Basingstoke to put it back in the game. Ronaldo missed the chance. Hallahan, goalkeeper's up. Barnes, Ronaldo had the chance there to go for the goal. Here's a chance here again. Dunn's got the ball. Good chance. Here comes Locke. Stone, Richards. I think we're going to pass around the back here till the end. Another chance for Ronaldo to get through. Locke. And that's how the game ends. From 2-0 down to 3-2 up. Ronaldo becomes an important player here for Eastbourne and gets them the 3 points to put us now in 12th place in the league. Very, very good game from Ronaldo there. Very good game. And we're now going to go forward to April, where we are now into the final 2 months of the league. Will Ronaldo get himself the goals that are needed to put Eastbourne Borough into the top 10? Or will he start to struggle and they start to move down the league? I don't know what's going to happen. It seems that it's going to end off with quite a sensational finale to the league, because you can see there on the table in the right hand corner, we were on 48 points. To move into 8th place, we only need to gain another 5 points. So it's going to be quite a tight end to the season. Locke's got 8 assists this season. He must have had a good start to his... he must have had a very good season, actually, for Eastbourne Borough. Maybe the fact that Ronaldo's been around has helped him to get a lot more assists at the club than he probably would have got before. But we're nearly in April. We're coming to the closing ends of the season. Eastbourne Borough have so far had a very, very mixed season. Probably one of the most mixed seasons I think I've ever seen for a club. 1 minute they seem to be on the top position of the league, the next minute they seem to be right at the bottom. But now it looks like they've started to have gone a little bit more stable in that top 10, top 15 position. And I think they've clarified their place in the league. I don't think they're going down now. I'm now going to have to sit up. There we go. And we will now see how they're doing in the league. They're now 13th in the league. And as you can see, Ronaldo has got 36 goals in the league. Not bad. Let me just get through all of these. I think this is going to be one thing which might get a little bit annoying. Let's have a look. We lost 3-1 in that game. Ronaldo's contract might actually expire soon. Southampton's manager got sacked. Got a 1-1 draw. And let's have a look at Ronaldo himself. Here we go. Where is he? So this is Ronaldo. Hasn't played any more games for Portugal. And has now, even though he is the striker in the team, has not played any more games for Portugal. I think they have got, obviously, the Euros coming up in June. And that's when they next play. They haven't played a game since February, which is why they've not scored. What about Darren Lock? 2 seconds. His shooting's actually gone up. How many goals has he scored? He's scored 9 goals and got 8 assists this season. Pretty good record. But Ronaldo himself has got him in the league, and altogether 36 goals in 35 games. 34 goals in the league, 2 goals in the cup. Has he now got any interest from any other clubs? He still wants to move to a bigger club. No interest. I could put him on the transfer list. I will do that at the end of the season. Now, the reason why I'm going to do that is just to see interest from clubs. I get to decide whether Ronaldo moves or not. I think I might actually leave as manager and let a new manager decide what happens to their star player Ronaldo at the end of at the beginning of the next season. But I will be stopping at the beginning of the next season, and that'll be the experiment complete. And we will basically overall get a brief description of whether this experiment was successful, because so far I would say that this is a hard one. I would say that so far this experiment has been unsuccessful. It's been successful for Ronaldo himself because he has played quite well in the league. I mean, 36 goals is unreal. But for the actual club itself, it really hasn't helped them at all. So I'd say it's been unsuccessful, to be fair. Because he could have done what he's been doing now at Real Madrid, but he's just doing it in a completely different league. But we're nearly in May, and that, I think, is when we'll list up Ronaldo and just see if any clubs come in for him early, and then we'll be able to decide what happens to him. I think the first club that comes in, I think I might just accept him and just see what happens to him in the next season. But I think I'll do that off camera. So we're now in May, and the position that the club have ended in is in 12th position. They end the season in 12th. Not the best season in the world. We haven't been sacked by the club. Maybe because we've got a respectable position. But for Ronaldo, as you saw there, I believe it said he got 46 goals this season, which is unreal, if I say so myself. Nearly scored 50 goals in a season. Let me get through all them. Bang. Any more games for them? Let's have a look at Ronaldo. Bang. So Ronaldo scored a hat-trick in his last game, which is pretty good, and has scored 41 goals in 39 games. That is just ridiculous. No clubs are interested in him still, which is disappointing. And we are going to put him up for transfer. Bang. Let's see what happens to Ronaldo. Do any clubs become interested automatically? No, they don't. But let's have a look here at Eastbourne. Let's see what's happened to them. 41 goals for Ronaldo. Most goals in a season goes to Ronaldo with 39. In the league, they have ended off, as you can see here. They actually didn't do too bad. They didn't lose a game for 5 matches, which isn't too bad. So a fairly decent end to the league, but they do end in 12th place. And to be honest, it was quite a tough end to the season. Not the worst position to end off in, because there are other clubs around them which were only 1 or 2 points off them. And they were only 9 points away from being in 5th place. So, to be fair, not bad for them. To be honest, Dartford won the league. Hayes and Yeading got relegated. Albans miraculously came out somehow after being thrashed by us. But either way, for Ronaldo, he's been successful. 41 goals. Unreal for him. But it's now time to see where Ronaldo moves on to. Have they got any more games this season, Eastbourne? Or is the league ended and that's it, we're finished? Let's have a look. Bang, yeah, the league's ended. I was completely blind there and didn't have a look. So, let's have a look then. This is what we're wanting to see. What would happen to Ronaldo when he's been transfer listed? He's now pretty much worth next to nothing. His wage is exceptionally cheap for clubs to be able to get him. Will any clubs become interested in him, or will he still be stuck at Eastbourne Borough and maybe they have to release him on release him off his contract in a few years' time? Obviously, they wouldn't release him straight away, because he's been absolutely magnificent for them. And he's a vital player to the club. But right now, if we just go and have a look at Ronaldo. Ronaldo, where is he? Interested clubs? No clubs interested in him. What if I was to offer him to clubs? Will that interest clubs further? Would it? Bang. Swansea relegated. Sunderland relegated. Swansea must have had an absolute shocker. Who won the Serie A? Juventus, of course. 4-0 thrashing in their last game. What else has happened? 17th of May. Swansea manager got sacked. Eddie Howe. Gary Monk got sacked, obviously. Eddie Howe linked me at Tim Sherwood. Marseille won the Europa League against Man U. That's quite an interesting one. And it looks like no clubs want to go for him. So if I put Ronaldo and offer to clubs, what would happen? Bang. They've had no responses, no interest in Ronaldo. Even as the best player in the world, nobody wants him, unfortunately. It's a little bit disappointing. So I'm going to do it again. Basically, I'm going to try and force Ronaldo to leave. We're going to lower his morale. He's now on 10 quid a week. What if I offer him to clubs now? Bang. We might have some clubs come in for him now. What would happen here? Nobody said they weren't interested. Now we might start to see clubs. Bang. Ronaldo's been called up to the Portuguese squad. That is what might make clubs want to go for him. The fact that he's in the Portuguese team, the fact that he's an international, might make clubs just think, well, we might as well go for him. MK Dons manager got sacked. Let's try again. Maybe it was a little bit too early to do it. Bang, 300 grand. Okay. Nobody's come back saying we're not interested, so we might start to see maybe 1 or 2 clubs go for him. So Ronaldo is going to be playing at the Euros, and he's probably the first ever player in the league that he's in right now, the Vanarama. He's probably the first ever player to ever play an international match for his club, but to actually play at the Euros is an achievement. It's a massive achievement for him. A massive achievement. Very good achievement for the league. So Swansea have got their new manager, Eddie Howe. And once again, I'm going to do the same thing. First team, Ronaldo. I really want to force him out of the club. Off to clubs. What if we offer, like, for 200 grand? We give him, like, we give the clubs the chance to get him for 100 grand less. That might just get clubs interested. That now clubs like in the League One will be available to afford him. I would say so myself. Bang. 3 things there. Ronaldo played in a 4-0 friendly win for Moldova. Doesn't say whether he scored or not, which probably leads me to believe he probably did score. I don't know. I'll have a check once the Euros are done on that. Stop again. 2 things there. Jordan Parks. It's not said, though, whether anybody wants Ronaldo, though. Still looks like nobody's interested. Ronaldo helped Portugal to a 1-1 draw. Did not score, though. Any clubs interested? No clubs interested. Right, I'm going to go all out here. We're going to let Ronaldo go for nothing. He can leave on a free. Any club can sign this player on a free. Does anybody want Ronaldo for free of charge? Bang. And there we go. Manchester United have put in a £230,000 evaluation for Ronaldo. Could Ronaldo move back to Manchester United? Could this club be cheeky and ask for 550 grand? They could do it. Could they be cheeky and ask for $1 million? Or would they reject? How much money could they squeeze out of the club? Manchester United, we know them for having massive money. And Man U say no. And he's very, very disappointed that he can't sign him. And we will actually confirm that Ronaldo could move back to Man U. They might go back in for him. I think I'll accept the next offer that we get. I think we'll just take the money and run. Right, he's going to go into the new season. So Ronaldo won't actually move until the new season starts. But as I said, he could be moving back to Manchester United. And then it'd be interesting to see how much he's getting paid at the club. Because if I was to leave the club now, I wouldn't be able to reject and accept the offers. And I'm pretty sure that the next manager would actually say no to selling him and they'd keep him at the club. So, still taking a bit of time here, as you can see here. Bang, bang, bang. An influential has started. Start to leave a sinking ship. Rotherham struggling. Let's do it again. Ronaldo, here he is. He's on 10 grand wage. We're going to offer to clubs for free of charge. Come and get him. Simple as. Come and get Ronaldo for free of charge. We are giving him away. And once he's left the club, I'm leaving the club as well. And we will go maybe a month or two forward to see what happens to him. A lot of news is happening here. Nothing about Ronaldo though. So I ain't interested. Literally nothing about Ronaldo. Come on, guys. Bang. No news here. No Ronaldo stuff. Not interested about contracts expiring because I'm leaving. No, nobody wants Ronaldo. Take Ronaldo for free of charge. Apparently he's injured. I think it said there. He has scored 3 more goals for Portugal though, which proves he's clinical to the club. You take him immediately. Bang. Come on. Who wants him? Will Man U go back in for Ronaldo? Bang. Anybody want him? Nobody wants him. Ronaldo scored against Portugal. Against Poland. Not against Portugal. For God's sake, imagine him scoring against his own national team. Wow. Come on. Someone go for Ronaldo. Nobody wants Ronaldo. I don't think nobody's actually going to come in for him. Should be shocking. Nobody's gone in for Ronaldo. What is this all about? Literally nobody's gone for Ronaldo. Wow. Mark Richards has retired. I don't care. It's all about Ronaldo. Just let him go. Offer to clubs again. We keep offering. Immediate. He joins you right now. Come on. Anybody want him? I should have really taken the offer what Man U gave. I really should have taken that offer from Manchester United and let him go back. He scored again against... they got knocked out in the quarterfinals. Right now, clubs might start going in for him. Just because it's finished up. Grenier wants to leave... Sirigu wants to leave Paris Saint-Germain. A lot of players want to leave. Is there any clubs interested in Ronaldo? Let's have a look. What's the interest in Ronaldo like right now? Barcelona are interested in him. Apparently, offers have been made by Atletico Madrid and Manchester City, but Barcelona are interested. But the offers haven't actually come up so far from the clubs. So we might just have to wait out here until the window actually opens for these transfer deals to come in. and as this chair is stupidly squeaky. So offers have come in from Man City and Atletico Madrid. The first offer that pops up is the offer I'm taking. It's enough said. First offer pops up. That's where Ronaldo will move. Fred joined Barcelona, not the Fred that you're thinking of in the shit Fred. Did that actually say Romania won the Euros? Wow. Romania won the Euros. How did that happen? They won on penalties against England. England beat France. Okay, that's a weird Euros. Very, very weird. Very, very weird. Right, any more interest in him? Any more interest in this beautiful man, Ronaldo? Barcelona, no, and no. Nobody seems to have actually given us the offer yet. I'll do it one more time and just see if these offers pop up, but they don't pop. They're not popping up for me. Do it one more time. Give it a few days. Give it a day. No offers in yet. The window's open, so why aren't the deals popping up? It's a bit annoying. It's annoying me now. People have put in offers, but they're not popping up. Oh, right, there we go. The offers. Napoli and Barcelona are interested. So maybe Napoli might move in with an offer here. Maybe the offers were from last season. I don't know. There we go. Ronaldo has an offer from the club. I'd say 250 and we'll take him. And you can take him. Ronaldo's going to be moving to Napoli, where actually Real Madrid signed Higuain from. And as you can see there, Ronaldo is going to be joining the Serie A, and we'll see how dramatic, how fast his value actually increases here. Eastbourne have accepted an offer for Ronaldo. He's on a £10 wage. Watch his value go up. He's revealed that his first team football and European competition was impossible to resist. Watch this. Bang. £10, 300 grand he was on. He was on 10 quid. And now, bang. Ronaldo is on 110 grand a week. And he's now back up to a value of 13.5 million. And this is it. This is where the end of my Eastbourne reign comes. I am going to be leaving the club as manager. Board request, manager history, manager profile. In 10 games, 4 wins, 4 draws, 2 losses. That isn't actually a bad record, to be fair. But it's time to move on. And as we can see here, I think we go to the board. Offer resignation to the club. Are slightly disappointed. They have no little choice. And we have left the club. There we go. We have left the club as manager. Bang. So Ronaldo has left to join Napoli. The interesting thing is, what happens next? What happens to Ronaldo at the club? The Eastbourne job is up. They're a little bit disappointed that we've left. They're actually quite shocked that we've left the club. And obviously, we've been their biggest manager they've had. Look at all these other managers. They haven't exactly got the best stats. We've got 10, 10, 9, 10, 10. We probably lost that 10 there because of letting Ronaldo go, but oh well. Ronaldo moves on to Napoli for 250 grand. They'll make an absolute bargain with him. And his record for the club, 39 games, 41 goals. And I would say that has been quite a successful time for him. So far, we're going to end this stream off here. It has been quite a good one. But the experiment itself. Was the experiment successful? For Ronaldo, the experiment was successful. However, for the club that he was playing for, it was not successful. So overall, in my eyes, it wasn't successful. I hope you enjoyed the stream. I'm going to see you guys later in the next experiment. Put it in the comments below what you want the experiment to be, and I'll see you guys next time. Goodbye.